What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Crimo. This is episode number 57, and we kicked off season 4 of the Realistic Crimo last episode facing Brentford, Everton, and West Ham. We went undefeated, but we only won one of those games, winning the opener at Brentford 4-0 before drawing at home to Everton and conceding a late equaliser to West Ham away. We're still undefeated, but we definitely could have more points. But we have to keep positive, and I still feel like this team that we've got we're definitely going to achieve something good this season. We've made 3 good signings as well: Ramsey, Kilman, and Adarabioyo all coming in. We've lost Niakate and Talisca as we make our 4th signing here. We mentioned that I wanted a 4th striker just for rotation purposes, and I was looking at the free agency market, and I saw Joselu, who has got bags of European experience. Yes, he's 35 now, but he's still an experienced striker, 74 rated, and he'll be a good rotation player whilst Isak's out. And I just want to touch on the subject of Joselu as well. The guy has had an incredible year, and he has actually just been, well, not just been, but he has signed for Real Madrid. He helped Spain win the Nations League in the summer about a month ago, and he is now signed for Real Madrid. So incredible move for the Spaniard. In the game, he'll be coming to the City ground, not as glamorous, but he'll definitely play a role. And for a free signing, you can never say no. As we look at one, and I say one of the ridiculous bids we've got for Taiwo, you would have tell by the title. Club Bruges came in with £103 million bid for the Nigerian. Now, I said, if the bids come in from the huge sides, I'd probably have to sit down and talk to them. But Bruges, a Belgian club, coming in for Awonyi. Yes, they probably have Champions League football, but yeah, crazy offer, over 100 million for the Nigerian. We say no. And then the second crazy bid coming was from a big side. It was PSG. They offered us, I think it was 35 million plus a player, which usually is, a kind of dead player. They offered us Neymar. They offered us Neymar plus cash for Taiwo Awonyi. Yes, the Brazilian's now 33 years old. He's past his prime, but that one just made me laugh. We rejected the offer. I just can't see Neymar playing for Nottingham Forest, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, 2 crazy bids for Taiwo coming in there. And then we had a whole host of offers coming in for a group of players: Maguire, Bella-Kotchap, Cyankov, Williams. Maguire, he's only got 1 year left on his contract. He's now 32. I might consider bids for him in January. I might give him a year an extension, and then maybe sell him next summer. But for now, the captain is staying with the club. And then we had a bunch of offers for Brereton Diaz and Maxime Lopez as well as the transfer window closed. All those offers came in after the transfer window closed, which was weird. But anyway, none of our players are going. We sold Niakate and Talisca, but I don't want to sell any of the other players. I really like the squad right now, and so I'm happy with where we're at. As we look at the calendar for September, you'll see us play Tottenham and Arsenal today, as well as opening our Europa League campaign against the Croatian side Hajduk Split. But first, we host Tottenham. Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham now, who, if you're a Tottenham fan, obviously there's this whole issue with Harry Kane. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Seems like we have that issue every year with Harry Kane now. But on a whole, the arrival of James Maddison, the squad's looking decent. And the way they play football under the Australian, apparently it's attacking football. So I think Tottenham fans have a little feeling of positivity going around. But in the game, it's still Antonio Conte's side, and we would face them who, I don't know if you noticed, but when we showed the lineups, Joe Gomez was in the Tottenham side. He must have just joined from Liverpool, who, you'll remember, Niakate, our centre-back, joined Liverpool. So Gomez, because Niakate went to Liverpool, he was allowed to leave, and he's gone to Tottenham in a pretty strong Tottenham team who still have Kane and Son, as well as Freddy Valverde, the Uruguayan baller. He's playing out right wing for Spurs. Going into the game, and Taiwo, he has yet to score for this season. The 2-time Golden Boot winner, he would hit the bar after a nice pullback from Nico Williams, and then Henderson would have to make a couple of saves as well. And then going into the second half, it was a quiet first half. Freddy Valverde, we mentioned him once, he gets his first goal in Tottenham colours, with a nice first time finish and gives Tottenham a 1-0 lead, slightly against the run of play, but not massively. And then just a few minutes later, straight from kickoff almost, Tottenham double their lead. And just like that, we've gone from a tight first half to we're 2-0 down. Benacer making it 2-0 for the visitors. Well, we would equalise. Sorry, we would respond pretty much straight away. Brennan Johnson with a nice finish through Emi Martinez's legs, and we halved the deficit to 1. Before Renan Lodi tries to burst through. He plays in Brennan Johnson, who's looking for his second goal in just a few minutes. But Emi Martinez, the Argentinian, with a massive save. And then with 10 minutes to go, well, when your luck's out, your luck's out. And Benacer would get his second of the game. His shot is saved by Henderson, but the rebound obviously just goes straight to the midfielder. And he restores Tottenham's 2-goal lead as we make a few subs. With just 10 minutes to go, the game seems to be gone. Benjamin Farmer is on, and well, the Youth Academy graduate would be involved straight away. What a finish this is, by the way, on his so-called weaker foot. I mean, he has got a 5-star weak foot, and I guess we're seeing it there. Plays a 1-2 with Taiwo Awonyi, and it's a beautiful finish from the Youth Academy player, and all of a sudden we are back in this game. But with just a couple minutes to go, Freddy Valverde, he loves that near post. 3 of Forest's goals have been in that near post. Maybe that's something Dean Henderson needs to work on. But Tottenham would see this game out, a 4-2 victory for the North London club. And it is our first defeat of the season in any competition. And we've only picked up 1 point from 2 games at home. That's not the start you want to see. And after, glass half empty, glass half full first 3 games, 1 win, 2 draws, you could look at it, we've only won 1 of 3, but you could look at it the other way, we're undefeated. Now it's 1 win, 2 draws and 1 defeat. That certainly looks a lot more negative. So I feel like the next game or 2, we have to start winning. Otherwise, we're going to start falling down that table. And Brereton Diaz also, he picked up a little injury in that game, and turns out it wasn't a little injury. He broke his toe and he is out for 3 months. And well, all I got to say is, good thing we brought in Hosselu, who was meant to be cover for Isak. He's now going to be cover for Isak and Brereton Diaz. And he comes to us and says, look, Gaffer, I'm ready to fill in for Brereton Diaz. And, well, we would actually give the Spaniard a first start for Forest as we enter our second game of the episode. And it's a European game, Hajduk Split at the City Grounds. We've seen our Europa League group, Hajduk Split, Midtjylland and Helsinki. We're not writing off any team, but it's definitely a group we could and should win. I really want to win this competition, not only because it would be a European trophy back to the City Ground, the first time in 50 years, but it would also give us a route back into the Champions League as well. And I just think it's definitely a competition we can win, although there are some strong sides in this year's competition. Well, before the final, before the semi-final, before any of that, we have to win our group games. And so we go into match day 1 against Hajduk Split, and we make 10 changes. Hosselu and Brennan Johnson up top, Farmer and Ramsey in behind, Rakitic, the Croatian, in for a rare start for him. Bella Kotchap and Adarabioyo will be the centre-backs, and Calvin Phillips also gets a start in midfield alongside Rakitic. Dean Henderson is the only player to remain from that defeat to Tottenham just a few days prior. Well, I always fancy our chances at home. Yes, we haven't won in the league at home yet this season. We've drawn 1, lost 1, but I always back the boys at home. And just 4 minutes in, it would be the perfect start. Brennan Johnson linking up with his new strike partner, Hosselu, who holds it up really well, and he feeds the Welshman, who's really started the season on hot form. We speak about Taiwo, who hasn't scored in the league yet. Brennan Johnson has been on really, really, really good form so to start the season, which was needed with Isak being out until November. Well, just 20 minutes in, Dean Henderson would give the ball away and would have to recover and make a smart save. We almost got caught from playing out the back there. And then a nice switch of play. Jacob Ramsey found out on the right. Hosselu gets to the end of it and almost gets a debut goal. But his shot just seemed to p-roll past the goalkeeper. It comes off the far post. And the score remains 1. Going into the second half with 20 minutes to go, Dean Henderson would have to make a big save here. After we went 1-0 up early doors, I was expecting the floodgates to open and we would smash this game. But it actually got really, really tense for the next 60, 70 minutes. And we struggled to break Hajduk's split down. But then with 10 minutes to go, the substitute Maxime Lopez hunting the ball down. He wins it and plays it into Brennan Johnson, who gets his second of the game. Deep into stoppage time, practically the last kick of the game, the Croatians would halve the deficit and get their goal and deny us a clean sheet. But that was the second to last kick of the game. And we would open our Europa League account with a victory. Yes, there's no clean sheet and it was a tighter game than expected, but I guess all that matters is getting the victory, and those early 3 points on the board are crucial. So 1 win from 1 in the Europa League. Let's hope that we can take some of that momentum back into the league. Looking there at the table, Midtjylland beat Helsinki 2-1 as well. So wins for us and Midtjylland, who we will face in the back-to-back in match day 3 and 4. Going into the second game of the episode, it would be Arsenal at the Emirates. This was our first game ever in this career mode, all the way back in episode 1, 56 episodes ago. We beat the Gunners 2-1. We came from 1-0 down to win 2-1. Jesse Lingard scoring a late goal. Man, what a player he was for us. We won that game 2-1. I think in the 2 visits to the Emirates since in Season 2 and Season 3, we have lost both those games. So we always seem to have tight games against Arsenal. They're always quite entertaining, and honestly, I don't know if it will come across in the highlights, but this game was exactly like that. The intensity from the first minute, Arsenal were pressing high and they were showing their quality early doors. Dean Henderson had to be on his toes throughout the game, making smart saves, but we did grow into the game, and in the second half we had plenty of chances. This one here from Nico Williams forcing Ramsdale into a great save, and the England shot stopper would come into his own in the second half and would actually earn man of the match. This save here, denying Max Kilman an opening goal for Forest, and his first as well. What a save this is with his arm. But then with about half an hour to go, we would get, from the resulting corner, we would recycle the ball. It finally makes its way to Nico Williams, and he is fouled by Tchouameni, the Frenchman, and we are given a penalty. What a chance this is to go 1-0 up at the Emirates. Taiwo Awonyi, can he open his Premier League record? No, he can't. Aaron Ramsdale, I told you this guy won player of the match, and there's a reason for it. What a save from the England shot stopper. And it remains 0-0 with 10 minutes to go. We make a couple of subs to try and mix it up, but Arsenal would get a golden opportunity. Saka there being denied by his England teammate Dean Henderson. And then with just a couple minutes to go, Taiwo finds Nico Williams, the Spaniard, who has a bit of space. He finds Brennan Johnson inside the box. And in the 89th minute, Brennan Johnson looks to have won it for Nottingham Forest. Ramsdale has made 4 or 5 massive saves, especially in the second half. The game has been back and forth, but it looks like we win it and send the away fans into absolute limbs. Absolutely love that. Look at that. Scenes at the Emirates in the away ends, as there was so much space. I don't know why there was so much space in behind Arsenal. Awonyi with a neat ball out wide to Nico Williams, and the Spaniard finds Brennan Johnson, who continues his hot form after his brace in Europe in midweek against Hajduk Split. He gets the winning goal here. Yes, we would see the game out. And what a big victory that is. After we lost to Arsenal's North London rivals Tottenham at home 4-2, we respond brilliantly with a 1-0 away win at the Emirates. And, well, if we hadn't conceded that 89th minute equaliser to West Ham in match day 3, we would have completed that objective already of keep 3 consecutive away clean sheets. You know, it was Brentford away. Then we've just kept a clean sheet against Arsenal. It was almost, we almost completed that objective at the first time of asking. That would have been absolutely ridiculous, all in London as well. But anyway, what a victory that is. That pushes us up to 7th. That was Arsenal's first defeat of the season. 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat. I mean, we've conceded 8 goals in 5 games. It's a bit ridiculous. But we've also kept 2 clean sheets out of those 5. So plenty to work with. But we are looking strong at the start of the season. Fulham, Palace, Southampton, Wolves, even Norwich and Everton all winless after 5. But it is early days yet. But that'll be it for today's episode. I hope you're enjoying the series. If you are, drop it a like. And I'll catch you in episode 58 very soon.